AgniHotra is a fire ceremony performed at sunrise and sunset, which originates from the most ancient body of knowledge known to man, the Vedas. Encoded in these ancient texts is a holistic blueprint for living in balance with planet Earth. The most essential element of the Vedas given for purification of the atmosphere is yajna, the science of bioenergetic healing through the agency of fire.
In the ancient times, people lived in harmony with nature, and they practiced these fires everywhere around the world. Of course, we have remnants of that today. In Machu Picchu, in Georgia, in the fire temples there, even the Hopi Indians up till today, the Aborigines practiced, fire rituals. Fire was very sacred. In the older times, of course, it was done to maintain harmony. Now, it's a dire need to return to that harmony, to bring it back.
AgniHotra is a fire which you perform exactly at the time of sunrise, sunset, in a small copper pyramid. And some medicinal substances are being burned in that copper pyramid. There's a description given in the Vedas, and it says that exactly at that time, a flood of energies comes from the sun to the place where the sun appears to rise. This flood of energies has subtle music in it, and the quintessential sound is the vibration, the mantra, which we utter exactly at that time. Therefore, we have a resonance effect, and a channel is created through all the atmosphere, and an aura energy field is created around all plants nearby. So these plants get nutrition, they get strong, they get disease resistant, they don't need these chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides.
The inner work that I do when I do AgniHotra is kind of like a side effect. I'm not just doing it to help myself, I'm doing it to help everybody else around me and everything else around me.
We've had a biologist here, and he was shocked. He did experiments with tadpoles, and he found frogs here that are endangered, that don't even exist in the region, and magically appeared only on our farm. And he did experiments with tadpoles and ash, and in water that should be stagnant where these animals should be dying, the water was totally purified using the ash from AgniHotra. And the percentage of tadpoles, as far as like the eggs and how many germinated, was incredible.
We did some experiment in Kiev, in Ukraine. In Kiev they had some radioactive rice from Fukushima. And normally with radioactivity you can't do anything, you can just put it there, store it away and wait. What they did is they took this radioactive rice, put it in water, added AgniHotra ash and measured, and within 1 week or so the whole radioactivity was neutralized. And that is really, really astonishing, because that normally should not happen.
What we've done here, the example that we've created here, is that we've transformed a place that was not able to grow practically anything except, say, what the local farmers grow, which is just food for their animals. We're able to grow anything and everything, from cocktail tomatoes to all kinds of herbs to all kinds of greens, from broccoli to you name it.
Bees are fascinating, and we really see what they do in nature here, because we have an orchard here, a fruit orchard here. Since the bees have been here, you can see how much they pollinate the whole orchard, and this amazing amount of fruit that we have now. The value that they have in the world nowadays as pollinators is very well known, and I can see the evidence of it now. And there's a problem now around the world where lots of bees are now dying in huge quantities, in huge numbers, and mainly because of probably agrochemicals, GM crops, wireless communication, mobile phones. They're becoming disorientated, they're becoming weaker. Whereas here in this Homer atmosphere that we've created, the bees are really, really thriving and very, very healthy. We have now 13 families altogether. We started off with 3, so slowly we've been increasing every year, and they're a very valued part of our community here.
Being a parent in a Homo community, people would always talk to me and say, what are you doing that's so different from what I'm doing? And I think that AgniHotra gives an environment of peace. It affects you through